Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're new, my name is Frida. I make video on business, lifestyle, and beauty, and if you're new, I'll love if you subscribe. So today's video I'm going to be talking about five things I wish I knew before I started a candle business. So if you're new, I have a candle business. I make candle, wax melt, and room spray for now. So if you want to check that out, check the description. There's a coupon code that you can use on your purchases. The first thing I wish I knew is it is expensive to start a candle business. I think when you research it, people make it look like it's not expensive. That was the idea, at least, I got from starting out. And if you go back to my first video on the candle business, I do also mention that was one of the reasons why I started it, because out of that point I thought it was a budget-free I thought it was a low budget business to start up, but it is expensive. Your costs could accumulate really quick. There is a lot that go into testing, which I will come to further down the video. There's a lot that go into testing that can make your costs become a lot. So it will be good to set a budget to know how you're going to run this business. But it is not a low cost business to start. It is expensive. It costs some moolah. So the next thing I wish I knew will be marketing. I always knew I wasn't really good at social media. Social media just has been a lot of work for me. Even before I started a candle business, I was a blogger and then a YouTuber. So the blogging aspect started, and then the YouTube came as part of me blogging. Right now I do not blog as much, which is something I'll get to. We'll get back to blogging. So but I just don't know how to maneuver social media, how to make it work, like caption and stuff. I can take the pictures, edit them and all of those things, but I just don't know what caption to put under the picture. And I feel like Instagram is very complicated. Right now I'm trying TikTok. TikTok is very like laid back, and it's like your day-to-day activity, and you don't really have to worry about a lot of things. Instagram, you really need to do a lot of, you have to get your stuff right, and the perfection expectation is very high. So that's one thing. Like my candle Instagram, like this, when you go there, I'm not really consistent, and that's one thing. When you want to market, you do want to be consistent. I am not really consistent, not because I do not have the content. I do have the content, I just don't know how to go around it, and I'm still learning that. And marketing is hard. I would say marketing is harder than actually making my candles, because you have to know who you're targeting, who you're talking to, where your product is going to, who you want to buy the product. All of those things, you have to think about it before you can succeed, and you have to really be consistent when you're marketing. And that's something I'm really learning now, and that sort of brings me back to my next step, that is doing everything is exhausting. Like, I am used to doing my stuff and doing things. I am just that person that I like to do things by myself, because I sort of have a little bit of a trust issue, okay? I'm just putting that out there. I just feel like I want to know the in and out of what I do. And I feel like maybe if I dedicate it to somebody, it might not be done the way I would have done it. Another part of doing everything can be exhausting is I also have a low budget that I'm working with. So trying to get people to do things and pay them becomes inconvenience because my budget is low. But what I'm learning right now is, for you to be successful, you have to sort of delegate certain activities. You just have to let go of certain things, and like, you have to find people to work for you and find people to do certain things so you can focus on the main things. I am not just someone who stay at home and just do candle. I have a job, I have school to think about. Like, I I have a whole life aside the whole candle, so it's combining everything becomes a bit exhausting. That's why sometimes I just lay back and just the marketing part, I'm just like, okay, I just can't. So it will be very, very good if you have the budget to reach out to people, or even if you have family members that can help. The thing with me is I only stay in the state with my dad. My dad really doesn't know anything about marketing. The only thing I could probably teach my dad to do is how to make candles, so that makes it a lot harder. And my siblings, everybody is back home, and my friends here are students, they are focusing on their studies and stuff, so that means I have to invest money to get the help that I want. So that makes things a lot harder, but I'm working on that, trying to delegate. Right now I've tried to find someone to take my product photography, which is also in the process. I found a website that could also create videos for you, and that is also in the process. So I'm learning new ways of doing things without me actually spending time to do everything, because time is money. Okay, time is money. It is good if you know how to manage your time and spend money delegating that task to somebody, and the return will become higher. If doing that will give you more return, you rather do that than trying to keep the 100% of the profit to yourself. Like, it will make your business run on a higher scale and also make it faster. I hope I explained that really well. The next thing, which is the fourth thing I wish I knew before I started a candle business, is inventory tracking the things that you buy, the things that what comes in, what goes out, your purchases and stuff like that. I still do not have a great way of bookkeeping. I still do use Excel or Google spreadsheet. I still do use that for now. Just like I said, I'm working on a low budget, so there are certain things that I know people use QuickBook. There are certain things that I just cannot, does not fit in my budget out of right now. But that's also another thing that I'm working on, just to get a very automated system or a technology that can do that for me, because it would take away a lot of time that I had to go in and update my spreadsheet, and also it would take away me forgetting to enter certain things, and things would just be run smoothly. So that's one thing I wish I knew. All this thing come back to, like, if I knew this is very an expensive business to get into, I probably would have planned my budgets. I probably would have made my budget a bit high to accommodate all of this. The last and final thing is, making candle is a learning curve. You're just not going to be perfect overnight. There are times that I have to change my wicks. There are times that the wax will go out of stock and you have to use another wax. That means that you have to start testing from scratch, and you just don't stop testing. Every new fragrance oil that you use, you have to test it. So it's a learning curve. Today you will learn something, and then tomorrow you realize that that thing is not working, or you probably just didn't understand the concept well, so you need to tweak things. So don't be hard on yourself if you don't get everything right from the get-go. You will learn as you go. There are a lot of things that I have learned that I didn't know from the beginning, and there are a lot of things that I am still learning. And it's good to have people that you can ask questions, and people that can help you if you have questions. I do have a friend, and he was really amazing. Anytime he used to do candles, but he doesn't do it now. He did say he will get back to making candles, but he now make car freshness now. And anytime I have candle questions, like, he answered them. Like, he has been in the candle industry for a while, so he's an OG and he knows the stuff. So I'm glad that I have someone like that I can run to if I need question. And I also have another friend that I make candles with now, and then we just share ideas and all of that. It's not really about competition. Don't be scared to talk to people. They are not, yes, they make the same products with you, but if you really think about it in a very positive way, that both of you are learning, you're not trying to steal each other's idea, you will learn to grow. But if you're just in your box and trying to figure things out, it's time, you're losing time. If you want to Google, it's going to take a while before you Google. You might as well just ask somebody who you know will give you the answer. So yeah, I am open to answer people's question. If you DM me and ask me a question, I will answer. If you ask me a question I do not want to disclose the details of, I'll just tell you. It's really as simple as that. There's really nothing to worry about. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are the 5 things that I wish I knew before I started a candle business, and I am still learning and I am improving. And as I improve, I'll bring you the videos of my improvements as I go. I am trying new strategies to be able to increase my sales and increase my revenue. Once those work, I'll bring them to you. So you should subscribe and stay on this channel. Turn on your notification bell so when I make those videos, you'll be the first to get them. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you in my next video. So until then, stay blessed and beautiful.